If you are in your 20s and you're alone, I'm telling you, you're meant to achieve big things in life. If you don't have a lot of friends, if you don't have this big friend group, you're meant to achieve big things in this lifetime. Since I'm 17, I don't really have friends that I see often and that I really share my personal life with. And before I was 17, I was in friend group where I felt that I never belong, and I always felt this sense of loneliness even if I had friends. So what the universe gave me as a life lesson is the power of being alone and the power of knowing yourself. So he took me out of this friendship that I had, and he put me alone. And since then, I don't have a friend group. I have like 1-2 friends. As I said, I don't talk a lot, I don't see a lot. So the most of my time I'm alone with myself. And I think most of us who are in their 20s would say that it's difficult or that it's lonely to be alone and to not have like a lot of friends. But that's the greatest thing that God gave you, because when you're alone, when you're not distracted by everybody around you, you can hear your soul. You can hear what you're meant to do in this lifetime. And that's why I was able to do the work that I did, because I was alone and I had nobody to distract me, to tell me to go out on a Friday night, to drink, to whatever. I didn't add those distractions. Since then, I completely pour my focus on myself and on getting to know myself. So what helped me to know who I was studying more in-depth astrology, Vedic astrology, human design, destiny matrix, numerology. That is my favorite till this day. So I decided to study myself because I had no distraction. I had no one saying, hey, let's go to the bar on Friday night, let's do this, let's do that. I didn't add any of this. So, and even till this day, I'm in my 20s and I don't have those distractions. And if God let me where I was back then, I don't think I would be the person that I am now, and I don't think I would have explored myself this way. Or anyway, I also think that I would probably end up the same, because that was kind of like a destiny of mine. But maybe I wouldn't be that far that I am now, okay? So all of this to say, if you are in your 20s, that's God. God wanted you to be alone, to pour 100% of your focus on yourself and to achieve what you're supposed to achieve. And the key to know what you're supposed to achieve is to study yourself. So start studying yourself and do not wait for nobody. When you are in your 20s and you're on a spiritual journey, it's a lonely path, but it's the greatest and highest path. And you need to not wait for anybody, because most of them, they're gonna try to bring you on their frequency, and it will make yourself grow less faster. So if you're alone now, it's not to punish you, it's not because you did something wrong, it's because you're supposed to focus on yourself 100%. And not everybody is able or or given the chance to do that like early on. So it's really a blessing if you're in your 20s and you have all that free time to focus on yourself. And what I would say is that most of people that you can see who have like those big friend group and are going out every weekend, it's not even real. Those connections are not even real. They're all talking badly about each other. They're all performing to each other. They all have a mask on. And when you're really aware and conscious of your environment, and when you're connected to your soul, you can see it. You can see that it's a game and you're not in the game. So that's why you're alone, because you're not in the game. And that's great to not be in the game, because you don't have fake connection around you. You don't have people that are only there for what you can bring them. And you're not only there for their reputation and what they want to look like when they hang out with you. And that's something that I figured out when I was really young. And that's why I never felt a sense of belonging with people, because I could see the game and I didn't know that you had to put a mask on. So I was moving through life without a mask, and people thought that I was rude or something because I would not talk. But I was just observing them. Like, I was just observing people, and people thought that I was rude because of that. I just didn't know, like, I didn't know that, like, you had to act. Like, it's never something that I had in me to act, to perform, to be like. I value deep and honest connection with people, and I don't need to have like 10 friends for me to feel fulfilled. If I have one or two genuine friends that I feel a connection with, I'm okay. And as I said, I literally have 1-2 friends that I don't really speak a lot, and I think that for now it's fine, because when you're on the journey of focusing on yourself, you don't have a lot of energy to pour into other people, because you really need to put yourself first, and you really need to focus on yourself. Like, you really need to figure out what you want. So I don't think you have a lot of energy to give, and that's where I am right now. I don't have a lot of energy to give, not because I don't care about people, but just because, like, I don't have the energy to, like, always text, always call. So, and I kind of got lost this year and last year trying to save everybody and to awake everybody, but it just made me lose time because I was not completely focusing on myself. I was like pouring my energy into awakening, or make them like make the people around me understand stuff the way I did. But anyway, I just like got lost a bit into that, and right now I really just like pour energy into myself. So anyway, all of that to say that it's really a great thing if you're alone in your 20s and you're figuring out what you want, because you will be far really quicker. And if you have like those big idea that God put in your heart, it was for a reason, and it's because you're supposed to accomplish them, because you wouldn't have those dreams and those thoughts in the first place. So it's really important that you go for it and that you focus on it 100%. And that's why you can't have a lot of distraction. So anyway, I hope that my messages was clear. I have a lot of idea like just like running through my mind, so sometimes I get lost. But anyway, guys, all of that to say that don't feel like nobody understands you or that you're completely alone, because I'm there. And if you're alone, know that other people are, and that I am, and that it's the greatest opportunity to focus on what you want in life.